Welcome in. Yay to this episode of Give Voice to Your Vision. We've already started the party. We're so excited to be here. My dear friend Alina is joining me today. Masterful strategist, one of the smartest business leaders that I know, brilliant course creator, a teacher and mentor and friend. Queen of online challenges. I could go on and on. We get to talk to Alina today about what's actually working in 2026. How do you get seen in 2026? And Alina and I go way back. I'm already bubbling up with enthusiasm and excitement for what we're going to create for you here today. If you are here watching live, let us know. We're streaming across 3 platforms. We're going to make sure that all your questions get answered. We'll come back and circle around if we don't see you live. If you're with us live on Facebook, we can talk in real time, especially if you're in my community or on the business page. And we want to get your questions answered too, right? We've got Alina Vincent here with us for a little bit to share her magic and her brilliance with us. Welcome in, my dear friend. You know I love you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, it's such a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So let's jump in with what's working right now in terms of visibility. I know you've got a challenge coming up, the Visibility Kickstarter. It's so powerful. We're going to talk about that. But let's break it open here a little bit. What is working now that you're seeing in terms of getting visible and really being seen in our noisy AI world?
Yeah, exactly. The noisy AI world. It's interesting because in the past, when you talk about visibility, the very first thing that would pop into your mind is like Google search, and you have to be in the top 10 on the Google search, right? Like those times are so far in the past.
Yeah.
Funny. So when people talk about SEO right now, I'm like, no, you're living in the wrong century. So we had that, right? Then what's currently happening is AI searches, right? So when we have questions, we often go to AI, to ChatGPT, and just start searching. It's like, how do I find the better flowers to grow in my garden in such and such area of town? Or where do I find the best mindset coach or the best copywriter? So people are referring more and more to AI. However, most people's websites are not optimized for AI. Most people are not being seen, and most people don't know how to searchable through AI, like how to make it work. So, and some people don't even have websites. So when we're talking about people that we work with, like coaches, course creators, authors, speakers, experts, website is usually not the very first thing I would recommend. So when we're talking about how do you get found right now without spending too much money, without paying for ads, my answer is always social media. So find a platform that you like. And the advice for years has been you have to be everywhere, you have to be on every single platform, just repurpose your material. With AI, almost easier to create, like the abundance of content, and posting multiple times a day. However, right now, that's not what people respond to, because AI content very often sounds generic, it sounds flat, it sounds like it could be written by anybody for anybody. So what's standing out right now is not necessarily a ton of content. It's not even about posting consistently or every single day. It's about posting the right message that resonates with the right people. So what you need to be focusing on in 2026 is obviously showing up as a credible expert, obviously leading with some authority so people know that you know what you're doing. And most of you, and Michelle's one of Michelle's people, you know what you're doing, right? It's not about finding your expertise. It's about how do we get for our expertise. But the most important things in 2026 becomes trust, becomes humanity, and becomes connection.
Yeah, I love that. They're singing my song. Yeah, I love that so much. So why are so many experts like posting on social media, maybe posting everywhere, and still not being really seen or not having that message resonate, in your opinion? What are you seeing?
Well, again, so many people are starting to use or using AI as a crutch, because you can put a prompt in AI and say, I want to talk about visibility. I want to talk about confidence. I want to talk about parenting tips. And they generate these generic posts for like the next 30 days. And then they just copy and paste without really thinking, does it have my personality? Does it have my vibe? Does it have my stories? Does it have my anecdotes? So what people are reading are not those generic posts or what are you currently struggling with when it comes to your confidence, right? Those posts are so outdated. What you need to be thinking with is personal stories, personal experiences, little anecdotes, little like thought leader type of thinking of where we're going, what are the trends, what's happening. And if you are using that generic content that has no personality, no humanity, people don't respond to it anymore. Like people are looking for that human touch, for that human signal, that there's a human behind it who wrote it, specifically for me, not in general, like, hey, to be confident, you need like stop taking it slow, basically.
Yeah, they can go into AI themselves and say, how do I be confident? And AI will tell them all of those boilerplate things. I love what you're saying. So would you say that's like the one shift that really makes you referable, searchable, memorable? Or is there another specific shift that you think we could make to be more referable or memorable besides that?
There's always more, right? There's always more.
Especially with you. Brilliant one. Yeah.
So I put together our visibility Kickstarter challenge for next week. And every single day I will be teaching one specific trick or one specific step people can do to be more searchable, to be foundable. So for example, one of the days we're going to be looking at how do you humanize your messaging? How do you make it more personal? Stuff that I just said. Another day, we'll be looking at how do you use images that are original to you. So instead of looking for, again, AI is awesome. If you know
it's fun to play with, right?
Yeah. But how do you create that unique image that goes specifically with your message that nobody else has? So you can actually take your own post that you've written, potentially with assistance of AI, and then generate an image that goes with it. Instead of going searching through generic stock websites, right?
Right.
Instead of
which can be a rabbit hole in and of itself.
Yeah. Using the same post over and over. If you learn how to use AI, so it actually goes with your content, it really, really helps to get the attention, because in order to get attention, first we have to stop the scroll.
Right.
And then people will read your message. It's usually the image that stops it. It's either your name or the image that stops people. So you have to catch their attention, and then your message has to resonate. And the second thing I would share, another thing that we're going to be exploring in the challenge next week, is make sure your topic is very clear. Too many people are talking about different topics every single day. So there's no rhyme or reason. Sometimes I'd go on somebody's page, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn, I'm like, I don't know what you specialize in. Because you first of all talking very generically, and second, like today you're talking about yoga, the next day you're talking about mindset. Those kind of related, right? Then the next day you're talking about
parenting
or AI or parenting. And it's like, maybe you're doing all of those things, but in order to be seen and remembered and referred, you need to choose one specific topic you want to be known for and stick to it for at least 30 days. Like if you can do that, all of your posts, like the cloud of the keywords that you're using is all consistent, you have a lot more chances of people actually realizing what it is that you do versus trying to showcase every single aspect of what you do, like day after day, and mixing it all together.
I love that. And I'm just going to say, we're going to talk a little bit more about your challenge, and you are a masterful course creator. You're so good at breaking things down into like one bite-sized thing that can really change the trajectory of everything you're doing. So, and I've had the privilege and pleasure to be from the first visibility Kickstarter there ever was, and watched it evolve. And you have this knack for bringing new content together, relevance, having it be in that bite-sized nugget, and for making it simple to do things that people are often trying to do. What's my niche? I hear that question, like, what do you want to be known for? And it can be this like, Big, vast thing. And I know that walking through it with you with a practical, actionable step every day is incredibly transformational. So we are definitely going to give you guys a way to join that live experience with Alina happening next week. I've had the privilege of watching hundreds and hundreds of people go through it as well. So
Thousands.
I know how powerful it is.
We've actually counted this is our 9th year of doing it. We've had over 45,000 people go through that.
It's amazing. And lives have been changed because of it, right? It's so powerful to do that. And again, I'm excited every year to see what you're going to bring to it and how you're going to up level it because of the way you put the puzzle together. And so we're definitely going to give you guys a way to jump in on that with Alina here in the comments below, whichever platform you're streaming on. We'll start with Facebook first in the event itself. But you've mentioned the several ways that we can be using AI. And we've also started talking about some of the consequences of just churning out more content with AI without bringing our unique perspective, our unique voice, our unique angle on how we put the puzzle together is unique. So let's dive in a little deeper on how do we use AI, stay consistent, let it leverage our time and let it leverage our content and our philosophy without losing our own voice.
I'm glad that you're talking about the voice.
Of course, I'm talking about the voice.
Of course you're talking about So first of all, the last thing you ever want to do with any AI tools is go to AI tool and say, okay, write me email about parenting tips, right? Or write me a social media post around confidence with public speaking, right? Because you're going to get this average, generic, vanilla, flat, generic.
It's words that make sense together, but they don't actually say anything.
They don't, right? It's a lot of kind of empty air. So first step that I recommend for anybody is figure out what your voice is. You can do it with the help of AI. I have a couple of GPTs that they're going to be available. People want to take advantage of that. Basically, discovering your voice and
take advantage of that.
So one of the things you should be doing is discovering what is your tone, what is your voice. And you can do it 2 different ways. Number one, you can just collect posts that let's talk about social media. You can collect posts that have done really well for you, that were written by you, not AI, because the last thing you want to do is take AI written posts and figure out what the patterns are and keep repeating it. That's actually really, really bad. But find something that's been written by you specifically for that platform, because the language, how you post on Instagram versus LinkedIn versus Facebook is completely different. So on the platform of your choice, find 3 to 5 really good examples of posts that you've written that got engagement, feed it into AI and basically say, analyze my voice. Tell me how I write, kind of what are some of the patterns that you can recognize, what are some emphasis, is it friendly, is it professional, is it expert-like, is it humorous, and it can give you a pretty good idea of what your style is. So that's one way of doing it. If you have no clue what your style is or what your tone is, and you have not written anything, you can go and find posts from other people that resonate with you and do the same thing. Feed 3 to 4 posts and say, these are the posts I admire, I really like these things about them. It's actually better if it's not even from your industry, just enjoy reading them. This way there's no overlap, your intellectual property.
Pro tip.
Yes. So find somebody whose posts you read who makes you want to interact with them and engage and answer their questions. But if they're like in a completely different field, like you're doing parenting and they're doing
gardening,
athletes or whatever, right? Gardening, right? So take that and basically just say, analyze your style for voice, for tones, for patterns, for kind of how they express their ideas, for the flow, and then you have the style. Once you have that style, now any AI tool you use, instead of going and saying, create me 3 social media posts, you say, create 3 social media posts, and here's my style in this style, right? So that's number one. That's kind of, first of all, produce post that's going to sound a lot more like you, like
Yeah.
100%. And you're not going to be like, oh my gosh, this sounds generic. So that's number one. Number two, anything you ask AI, again, let's say, create 3 posts around confidence with public speaking. It's going to give you generic information. That's all AI knows. It has access to a ton of knowledge information. It doesn't have any lived experience. It doesn't have any knowledge that it's been through. It doesn't have any stories. It doesn't have anecdotes. So if I want a story-based post, if I want something that's actually way more human, I'll go and say, okay, I have this story that I want to connect with this invitation, or that I want to connect with this type of authority. And I always say, ask me more questions
Yeah.
until you have, like, that's the pro tip again.
100%.
Like, here's the information, here's the style, write it for me. I always say, ask me anything else you need to create a very complete post. And I usually give the highlights, like, hey, I just learned on this trip, I noticed this. Now connect, like, this is the moment, connect it to the thing. AI by itself will never add a story unless you ask for it. It will not do feelings. It will not do emotions. It will not add those kind of human things that
Right.
we do, like, hey, that's kind of funny, right?
Yeah.
It will write very proper. So you have to prompt it, but you also want to pull something out of your, like, I call them micro stories. Like, something happened today. I was watching a TV. I noticed this on Facebook. I was standing on the bus line. I overheard this. Or like, I just wrote one about wisteria that I planted in my garden, and I tied it to the entrepreneurial journey, right? Because it's been like
Nice.
2 years since waiting for these buds to grow, because growing the roots. I'm like, where's the flowers? And then we finally got the flowers, and we had like a horrible frost. Everything died. I'm like, dang, I have to wait another year. And then it popped up again. So I basically just said that to AI, not pretty, just said, here's what happened, here's how long it's been, and now tie it to this thing. So that's what I call AI assisted posts. I didn't go and say this some kind of analogy about the entrepreneurial journey. I said, here's the story that's in my mind. Now tie it to the thing that I want to tie it to.
I love it. And then you can, it's so easy to even have a picture of the wisteria or something else. You know what I mean? That's so great. And it's so timely. And so, getting also using AI as a tool to help us sift and sort through our ideas and our voice. And remember, pro tip, what we just covered here was, let it ask you questions, right? Ask me for specifics, ask me more probing questions, help me, really, really great. So I want to make sure we have time today. I know you've got a lot going on with all this stuff coming up, but I want to make sure that we have time to talk about, this idea of having a simple visibility plan that doesn't take over your life. Can we talk about that a little bit?
We can. We're going to get all of the details, of course, in the challenge itself.
Okay, great.
But the visibility plan, it used to be, like, honestly, even I was recommending this like 5 years ago, would be like, okay, every single day you need to post. You need to rotate this type of post. Honestly, right now, anything that feels robotic, anything that feels like, oh, this is like the scheme of the scheme.
Right.
This is the plan we're following. That doesn't feel natural anymore. Like, posting at exactly the same time of the day does not feel natural.
Yeah.
So people are looking for a lot more natural things. One of the advices we used to give is like, okay, you need to connect to 5 people a day and send them a message. Oh my gosh, please don't do that. This is so obsolete. So you want to have, if you want to have a really deep plan, of course, we'll get into a lot more details of it in the challenge. But basically, make a post, something personalized, something that connects to your genius, to the expertise that you chose to highlight. That thing is like what you want to be known for in 30 days. And you want to then, once it goes out and once people start commenting, comment back on those people. That's how you create a connection.
Yeah.
That's how you create trust. That's how you create that human touch.
Yeah.
And you just posting, doing this drive posting, have your VA have a chat that you're not going to get to those connections. So connection comes from having conversations. And then afterwards, maybe, if they're not your friends yet, you send them a friend request, you add a connection, you start following them, and those conversations lead to bigger things.
Yeah.
However, like, the reason we redesigned this whole entire challenge, like we've been running it, it's going to be our 9th year. We've redesigned it several times over the last 9 years, obviously.
Yeah.
But this year, I looked at it and I'm like, everything is so changing and changing so fast. Because last year, even the thing was, how do we use AI to produce as much content as we can?
Right. And now we're like,
Post less, but talk to that one human being you want to connect to, and add a lot more humanity, and you still have to create that trust and connection. That is like kind of the key for 2026.
I love that. Real people, real connection. Don't take you out of it. And being present. I mean, the social platforms have always rewarded, kind of like being a good citizen. They want you to be there and to be engaging. And it doesn't mean that you have to spend all day on social media. You can have a rhythm that works for you. And just to revisit something you mentioned a little while ago is, there's a lot of places, and I'm using Restream. We can be on 3 platforms at once, but each platform has a different vibe and an interaction. And you don't have to be spreading yourself thin, and more visibility is often what we think we need. But now with everything that's going on, it's not necessarily at all the answer to having more revenue, more connection, more resonance. So you don't have to be on a whole bunch of platforms, nor should you be, if it's not consistent. Just to recap something else that you said that's so important around, what are you talking about? What are you known for? And how is that message, trickling and reinforcing itself wherever you are? And the next step from there is, how is it leading people to engage with you, have a conversation, be in a conversation, and ultimately work with you, right? It's so easy to think, I just need to be more visible. I need more leads. I need more this. I need more visibility. People aren't seeing me, and more isn't the answer. That's why if you want better visibility results, I really hope that you'll join Alina in her challenge. It's proven, and it's up leveled every time. And she's just such a gifted teacher at breaking these things down into tangible steps you can do each day. And it's going to help you shift and be activating in your own like learning and awareness, but in your implementation, like what you actually do, so that you'll be doing what's working now, and in a very, very simple, doable way, right? So that you're not spreading yourself everywhere. Alina, if I haven't said it enough already, you're so good at taking, I'm all ooey gooey, rich and chewy inside, woo woo, transformation, expansion. Let me talk about running into the fog and being in your calling, and people love it, and that's who I am. So I don't want to clean that out of it with my AI. But Alina is so gifted, you guys, at helping you take that nugget and really clarify, streamline, and simplify, so that you have something to hang your hat on. And I can't, you've been a guide and a mentor in my life that has helped me to learn how to break those ideas down. And I've seen you, I've had the privilege to work with you and see, thousands of people going, whoa. So it is a great community as well. You're not going to get lost in the noise if you show up and you're present. It's a party, and it's a party where people are really growing and learning together. So you have a great community as well. So I'm going to share the link. I already popped it into a couple of the platforms on social. I'll put it here in the chat. It's, long link, but we'll come in and we'll tidy it up and see where it is so that you guys can figure out how to find Alina. She is, it's happening in your Business Owners Who Think Big group, right? So once you get signed up, you'll be able to access that community. And I'm sure the party's already getting started over there with people connecting and engaging. Is there anything else that you want people to know about the Visibility Kickstarter? P.S. You guys, you can think about that for a second, Alina. Sure. Alina is truly a master of the challenge. So like, we've all seen challenges and done 3 days and 30 days and all these things, but Alina keeps it super doable, really fun and easy and engaging and powerful. She's just so good at creating an experience for you and creating that community. She showed me how to build my challenges for sure. So we'll be doing the visibility power up, taking that visibility to the next level later this year. And I learned that from you. So she's a master. You want to go experience her challenge for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll just add to that, kind of to repeat what you said, is that this challenge is really, really easy to do. Like,
Yeah.
it's only 5 days, and every day you're going to get a very short video, around 10 minutes, some of them even less than 10 minutes. And it's only going to take you a couple of minutes to do the assignment. And this is another thing I want to emphasize. It's not about information. It's about figuring out what it is, why it's important, how to do it, and then going and doing it. So the biggest thing with this challenge,
Sorry,
is not to sign up, but actually show up. So if you
yes,
want to practice your visibility, we're going to give you 5 opportunities every single day to post something so you can start getting visible. And we have people that reported amazing results while the challenge was still running, before it was even over, and how much more engagement they got, how much more reach and visibility they got. And again, you can do it all just minutes a day. It's not going to be huge time commitment. You can spend more time on it, of course.
yeah,
If you're going to be playing with all of the things and trying different variations. But it shouldn't take more than just a few minutes a day to watch what you need to do. And there's no time to show up. You can watch the videos at your convenience.
Yeah.
So it's super, super easy to participate. And I promise you're going to have clarity. You're going to learn something new, and you're going to start seeing the results right away. So it's very, very encouraging.
Yeah, so good, so good. Truly is. And then there's also the opportunity to see what other people are learning and doing. And because you have such a robust, engaged community, we can spend a few minutes like learning and seeing how it's coming together. Sometimes we can see other people's stuff a little bit more clearly than we can see our own. So it's a huge opportunity. But yeah, absolutely. So it's so tight. It's so succinct. And honestly, in today's information overload, the last thing we need is another chat GPT spewing like, here's why, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 right? So like having like, here, do this. Okay, now do this. It's like going on vacation. It's like such a relief to have a simple thing to focus on.
Fresh air.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Is there any final words, any other thing you want to say before we wrap up today?
Yeah, I'm just going to add that visibility is easier than you think. We often overthink. Like I talk to even my own clients. They say, oh, I've spent 3 days trying to figure out what to post, and then I thought it was too late to post, so I never even posted it. So we are in such a kind of analysis paralysis when it comes to, am I saying the right things? Am I posting the right things?
100%.
I want to make it super easy. I want to make it super doable, and I want to make it so you don't have time to overthink. So you just tell you what to do, go post and see what happens. And sometimes instead of focusing on what you're afraid of, what you fear, resistance, procrastination, where it's all coming from, let's just do it, because action creates confidence. Action creates
100%.
And I know you kind of wear the same thing when it comes to that. So I want you to get into action. So if you listening to this right now and you've said any time like in the next 3 months, like this year, that I need to get more visible, this is your moment. This is your time. This is the step to take. It's completely free. So join and let's get more visible.
I love it. Fast, inspired action, transformation on the other side. The confidence and the clarity come afterwards, and having a really simple, succinct way to do that is going to really change your relationship if you are in that analysis paralysis, or if you're going down the rabbit hole with chat GPT thinking of 433,000 different ways that you could say one thing. I haven't ever done that. Oh wait, yes I have. So save your time, save your energy, get out in front of your business where you can actually make a difference and share your voice, and people can feel you and resonate and see you, and then have a way for them to actually get into that conversation with you and work with you. All right. Thank you so much, Alina Vincent, everyone. So much. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the welcome to thank you and welcome to and thank you. And I'm so excited. thanks for watching Give Voice to Your Vision. This is a show where we want to bring experts, and we want to provide you a ton of value for what's going to actually move the needle in your business. And Alina, you know I love having you here. Thank you again for being a part.
Thank you for having me.
All
Bye.
right, go join the challenge, Visibility Kickstarter. It's kicking off next week on Monday, 10 minutes a day, and it will help you in ways that you probably won't even realize until it's happening live.
Yes.
See you there.